here on FCL, and today we have breast cancer survivor Chris Fluitt and Dr. Julie Greenwald, radiation oncologist at Baptist MD Anderson Cancer Center. So welcome to First Coast Living. Thank you for joining us. And y'all look fabulous in your pink, by the way. She walked in and I said, look at that sparkle. I absolutely love it. So Chris, let's start with you. You're living proof that mammograms save lives. And you had missed a mammogram a couple years back, but in 2021 you went in and found that you had breast cancer. So tell us about your story.
Okay, well, yeah, I was just riding along, and I know that year 2020 was COVID, and a lot of places were not allowing you to come in and do your mammograms and things like that. Well, they were, but it was a long wait. But,
yeah, it was like a whole thing.
For the most of it, I heard Governor DeSantis come on and say that his wife had newly been diagnosed with breast cancer. And I was like, oh, I need to go and have my mammogram done. And so I went like the next week. And then the next week after that, I got a phone call saying I need to go do a diagnostic, which would look further. And once I did the diagnostics is where they found that I did have a small tumor there.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And what was the next step?
The next step was I met with this wonderful team of people the very next day.
They're so great.
The very next day. I met with them, and they came in and they gave me my plan, and I met with them each one by one. And what I liked about it, if I didn't understand something, they wrote it down on a chart to where I could understand what was going on inside my body to help me to kind of like ease my, my nerves.
Yeah, that's nice.
But yes, that
very
was,
important
yes,
at that
very
time.
important.
Oh
Very
my gosh.
important.
All right, so Dr. Greenwald, tell us a little bit about how things are going now, because the numbers were going down due to the pandemic. Are people starting to come back in and get those mammograms?
Yeah, I think so. I think as the pandemic fades further, people are getting more brave and getting back to their health screenings, and we're seeing more and more women come in, and unfortunately, breast cancer is still very prevalent, 1 in 8 women. So, I think we are in the up, and I'm grateful for women like her that are brave enough to share the impact of going in and getting it done.
And we always say to tell a buddy or a family member, and you told your sister, and thank God you did, because she has breast cancer, or did as well?
Oh, she had it, yes. And we both pretty much went through chemo and radiation together.
Wow.
I had 16 rounds of chemo, 42 rounds of radiation. At one point, they had to stop my radiation because, it was kind of severe, but it stopped for maybe a week, and then it started back. But guess what? I am totally clean.
That's amazing.
I am totally clean.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. How's your sister?
Yes. Oh, she's great as well.
Good. So that helped save her life and yours, the fact that you went. So both Chris and her sister's cancers were caught in the early stages. So how important is it to catch it early?
It's so important. I can't stress it enough. It's the difference between life and death. It's the difference between getting to see your kids and your grandkids grow up. I mean, if we catch it early, we can typically remove it. We can a lot of times still save your breast, not even have to have a mastectomy. If we catch it in stage 0, sometimes patients don't even need chemotherapy, and they can literally just have a surgery, maybe some radiation treatments, and continue normal life. So really is not only the difference in life and death, it gives them more options and allows the treatment plan to go more smoothly.
And so what advice would you give to women out there who may be afraid because they don't want that outcome, but they still need to get it done, right?
Yeah, 2 things. I would say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I mean, we all hear it, but I think it's so important. And with breast cancer being so prevalent, everyone's going to unfortunately know somebody that is going to be affected by it. And I just say, you have to be brave. If you're a mother, an aunt, a grandmother, wherever you are, there's somebody looking up to you. And what would you tell them?
Right, exactly. And sometimes we don't take our own advice, right?
Right. So it's just be brave and think about those who are looking up to you and what you would tell them. And her sister is a perfect example of listening to her, and she saved her sister's life, and I can't imagine the many more lives she's going to save by just being brave and being here today.
Yeah, it can be like a good snowball effect in the sense that now your sister's going to tell people, and it just kind of multiplies. So thank you both so much for joining us. Of course, Baptist MD Anderson, our partner, of course, with the Buddy Bus. So thank you so much for all you do. And give me a hug. I'm so glad you're doing well, you and your sister.
Yes.
All right.
Well, true hero right
are y'all